Okay, so today we'll be doing educational Codeforces round 1 to 1, and let's read the first question. You're given a string S consisting of lowercase Latin letters. Every letter appears in it no more than twice. The task is to rearrange the Latin string such that way that for each pair of letters that appear exactly twice, the distance between the letters in the pair is the same. You are not allowed to add or remove letters. It can be shown that the answer always exists if there are multiple answers. T and then every the distance between the letters in the pair should be same. Okay, only letter B twice is L. You can rearrange arbitrarily, and the second test case appear exactly twice. Letters A are 6 apart. 4 and not the same, so we have to rearrange. 2 apart, 2 apart. Okay. In the third test case, there are no letters, thus any arrangement is valid. Okay. Since they are only appearing twice, we can always make all of them equals to 2, maybe difference of 2, right? Because AA then BB. But what if there are 3 pairs? Like 3 pairs, then it would be difficult. If there are 4 pairs, then it's easy. And if there are 3 pairs, then we should just arrange them in. Oh, we can just make the distance to be 0 for every pair, right? We can do that. Can we do that? Yes, I think we can do that. I less than n, I plus plus. What I'm gonna do is take a string s and input that string and traverse that string, obviously. And first of all, I'll give the int n should be equal to s dot length. If I'm not wrong, this should be the way to go. And basically I'll be increasing making pairs, right? So let's create an answer string, answer. And so basically I'll be having a array of count of 26 letters, right? And they all will be initialized to 0. So basically a vector int count ct and 26 comma 0, and we are gonna just increase that count of s of I, and s of I should be subtracted with a, and this should be plus plus. And now we check if count of the s of I minus a is equals 2, then we just append it in the answer array. Answer plus is equals to s of I, and we have to append it twice, s of I again. And yeah, and then we can append all of the ones, right? S of I basically after traverse 26 strings, and if count of I is equals 1, then we answer plus equals to that. Now what do we do? So basically a plus I maybe, and then convert it to char maybe. Maybe this might work, and then I'll just print it vector. Does this work? Okay, I guess this works. Second question, you are given a decimal representation of an integer x without leading zeros. Have to perform the following reduction on it exactly once. Take two neighboring digits in x. X and replace them with their sum without leading zeros. If the sum is 0, it is written as a single 0. So this is a possible reduction. I'll choose the first and second, and one. Choose the second and third. Choose third and fourth, and fourth and fifth. Largest possible number that can be obtained. So if we can basically create take two numbers that are greater than equals to 5, or that add up to greater than 10, then our code is done, right? Should I just change this? So x is really large, so I think it should be inputted as a string, I guess. And the total size does not increase this. How is this possible? Maybe this is not that large. Let me think. 10 is power 18 is... No, this is really large. So for each test case, print a single integer, the largest number that can be obtained after the reduction is applied exactly once. Largest number should not contain any not contain leading zeros. So I'm gonna copy this and 10012. Oh, okay. So now this can cause a lot of problems for me, because there are not a lot of test cases that are given, and we just have to do it without any test cases. And yeah, not a good experience. So for the last one, basically we should be in n-1 pairs, basically, right? 0 and 1 and 2 and so on. So basically we are gonna be converting so int a would be equals to, so a, not a, yeah, maybe a would be equal to the integer part of s of I. So let me create a program and let's see if this works. So basically int a is equals to int of basically 5, and cout less than a. let's see if this prints out 5 or does it print out something else. So this prints out something else. So what do I do? So this is actually printing out the ASCII value, and so we just need to print s of I minus the 0, I guess, and this should work. And I'm not even testing this out, which I should, and int b should be equal to dot. I don't need to write int, it would be obvious, but let's just write it. And then what do we do is, if a plus b is greater than maxi, then oh wait, so we need to some shit. So maxi is equals to 0 by default, and if this is the case, then we just now the problem is that the numbers that are ahead matter more because they are actually being multiplied by a larger number. So a 12 made here is less effective than a 12 made here. Oh, that's a fucking hard question. No, this is actually reducing the number, but this is the maximum number it can make. So in 10057, let's take another number 3 and turn it. That third number should be 6 5 1 2 6 5 9 5. So we would think that 9 5 is the maximum, but so this would be 6 5 and 9 plus 5 would be 14 and 6 5 1 4, but we could have done better. No, we could not have done better. This would be 11 9 5. So this was not better. Okay, now this question just got a lot more interesting and tough. So at this location, obviously we can actually calculate what is this location. So basically we can just reverse the string maybe, and reverse the string s dot begin comma s dot end, but that would make unnecessary problems, I think. So n is the length, right? N is the length. So anything that will be 10 raised to power n, multiplied by 10 to the power n, right? So this guy has 5 letters, and so 1 will be multiplied by 10 to the power 4. So n minus 1, the first letter, right? And so on, n minus 2, and so on. And so what we need to do is, let's say int answer string, basically a plus b string would be equal to a plus b, and then converting it to character or string to string a plus b, and then subtracting it from 0. No, not subtracting it from 0. So this should be a string, let's say 6 and 5, so 11, and we are gonna so if the new a, so basically if a of b, and so let's see the a of b dot length. So length lab, let's name it lab, and if lab is equals 2, if it's 2, then we'll check if AB is if AB of 0 is greater than A, right? If AB is 0 is greater than A, then we just flag equals true and break. So it's obviously better than the previous one, but it might not be better overall. And that's the question. Okay, so let's take an example of 1 plus 9, let's say 1 9. Now we don't have to compare it with the previous. Don't compare with previous, instead compare with all of the other options. So we might need to store it in a vector int answers, and I don't know, maybe a string of strings, n minus 1, and just answer answer of I is equals to answer of I is equals to a b. So wait, it's technically so let's say at this location, this location we are getting a number xy, right? Xy are the digits, and at these locations, basically 5 and 9, replacing 5 and 9, I am getting wx, and this is yz, let's say. Then how do I compare that? How much should be yz that? So obviously yz is more important, but what should be its value that it's better than wx? Let's say if yz is producing an output 11, right? And instead it was 65 earlier, and 6. So basically this would turn it into 1195, and 5 minus 9 should be equal to 14. So basically 61495 or 145, right? So obviously this is better. And then there is 65665 14 6514. So this is the best. But this number is too large. How do I compare it? Hmm. So we just need how many values to be. So it is changing these two values, and it's getting a lot weird. Hmm. Let's see how many people have submitted the solution to this one. 3000 people have done this. Oh my god. Okay, so this is. Hmm. First of all, if it's reducing size, then we should not take it, right? Obviously. But what if everyone is reducing size? And then it's not a correct statement. Hmm. So maximum it can be 9.9, that is 18, and minimum it can be 10, that is 1, right? 99 is going to be 18. So it's better to not change at all, right? So 1 changes to 2, and so on. Everything will reduce the size until it comes to be what does it become? 1 2 1 3, then what will change is 1 9. 1 9 will make it 1 0, which is also decreasing, right? So let's think of 21. So 21, it's also decreasing, right? So let's think of 28. 28 would be 10, and it would also decrease, and 29 would also decrease. Uh-huh. So basically everything is decreasing, right? Because the left hand side there is a 1 coming, so it's optimal to change the last two numbers. I think I'm not sure, but this might be true. Like if there is 0 9, uh-huh, yeah, this might just work. So basically what we are gonna do is we're just gonna replace no loop, right? So let's just start the loop with n minus 1, and uh, start with n minus 2 and n minus 1. uh-huh. No, n minus 1, right? N minus 2, right? So that we can take these things and then append it to the answer. This might be wrong, but let's just I think it's right. I think it's right. And we just removed a lot of things, and so let's just declare this should be a string ab, and so answer plus is equals to so how do I remove the last two characters from S? Answer, shit, I don't know how to do that. So if ab dot length equals 2, then s of n minus 1 is equals to b, and s of n minus 2 equals a. And if it's not the case, then else s is equals to s dot substring from 0 to 0 to n minus 2 characters, and the last two characters have been removed, and we'll add a comma b string, right? And this should have worked for both of these cases, so we just need to remove control C. Maybe this might not work because I don't know the syntax and what goes inside here and stuff, but I'm guessing this is correct and this should be. And This is wrong, by the way. So what went wrong? This should be I plus 1. Okay, 1, 2, and 9, and 6, 5, 1, 4. Since it is always decreasing, it's always better to convert the last two numbers to wrong answer on test 1. My code works right here. Wait, what the fuck is this printing? What am I doing? I'm submitting for problem A. Wait, but still, why did it output this? Oh, okay. Input was different, right? Answer on test 2, shit. Now I can't even see. And now I fucked up. So let's review our theory again. So if it's if it's 0 1, then it is turning 0 1 into 1, right? So it is reducing size. So anything that is reducing size is not good. And even at 99, it is reducing the previous sum, previous number, basically. And so it should be as right as possible so that it does not reduce the number much. And this theory has been proved wrong. Is this theory wrong? So for 18 or less, this is reducing size. So we should not pick these, of course. And and in all, even in this one, it's reducing in size. So what should I do? So we should have understood it by this that no, we did not. We did it correctly. So let's take a number that has 2 1 2 2. So basically, if a plus b is less than 10, okay, greater than 10, then we just pick that number from the reverse. So basically, we reverse the string. We had written this function, but then everything will be fucked up. we might just start with n minus 1 and go up till 1 and minus and this should be n minus 1. So if a plus b is greater than 10, then you just break, and what we do is answer, let's say string answer, and s dot substring, we go from 0 up till I so we are removing I minus 1, so this should go till up till I minus 2 steps, then plus and the problem is the more solutions I'm gonna submit, this is gonna give me a negative score, and I'm quite afraid of that. Plus s dot substring starting from I plus 1 to, so how many letters remaining? Maybe it's the default to go up till last. I think it should be. And let's just and we haven't done this. Let's try this. Okay, we fucked up. Maybe we fucked up, maybe we didn't. And it did not even display answer. The other string just vanished. Huh. Oh, okay. I'm really scared to submit this code. Wait, why is this not coming? Okay, I get it. Let's say bool flag equals true, flag equals false, and here I just turn flag into true, and if flag is there, then just print the answer, else what I want you to print is what was previously what we did. Yeah, we did this, right? And this should be we'll have to do this again. Wait, if this goes to be n minus 1, yeah, let's see if this works. Wait, this is showing the wrong answer for this one. And why is that? 6. And also it is showing the wrong answer for test case 1 also. Like this should be 10012. So some kind of issue. Where is the issue? Let's read about the substring function in C++ and this should be correct. I don't get it. What am I doing wrong in this one? Like this works, but let's say if I give him like why does this work? I minus 1. Why should I minus 1 be the element? Because I minus 1 is getting removed, right? So let's give it 2 1 3 6. Let's see what this guy does. So 219. 2 plus 1 would have reduced the length of the string. I think this is working correctly. Long problem, this one. It's a long one, and this is again C. Oh, I have opened 2 C's. Again, wrong answer on test 2. Oh man. I can see clearly that 2136 can be made 246, and this is wrong by that matter. So, what I've understood so far is that if even if it's everyone is converting into a single character, then also it's just not good to just remove the last two. So, it's probably like the worst round ever. What is the algorithm to solve this? Two one replacing 2 1 gives you 336. Replacing 1 3 gives you 246, and replacing 6 3 gives you 219. How do we compare these values without converting them into int? Let's take a number. Let's take a number 99999. Let's see in this one. So this can be 18999. This can be 918999. Um, this guy, and so on. So basically, in this case, the 18 should be at last. And when I replace this 9 with a 6, so now it becomes 9 plus 6, that is 15. 999, and 9 remains still, and 6 to 9 becomes 15. 9999 is 1, and then it becomes 99189, and then it remains 99918. So which is the largest? Obviously this is the largest. I think my logic for the 2-digit numbers is fine. Like every 2-digit number is getting reduced to a 2-digit number, which is always less than the previous 2-digit number, right? And you can prove that by saying that so problem is if there are only 2 digits changes, then we can change the rightmost. If there so so what did this change? This changed a lot, right? But it still remained the same number of digits. If we would have gotten 1 digit less, like if I take a case of 2 1 and 1 2, basically 1 2, 1 2 1, and take here 999, then I press enter. So let's just take it to 199. So this would have been 199, 399, sorry, 399, and let's not take it 99, let's take it 89, or let's take 2199 here also, 7, and 2199 would become 1 plus 9, that is 10, and 2109. So, and if that doesn't happen, then 2118. So this is the best we can get. So if there is a combination of 1-digit reversal and 2 digits, so it's always better to convert 2 digits into 2 digits and instead of 1 digit, right or wrong? Right or wrong? Like 1 digit directly divides by 10, but like you can see in this 2 digit reversal, this actually reduced it by, so it was 999, so it actually reduced it by, yeah, it did not reduce it more than that, right? So now if we have only 1 digit change, now how do I handle that? Only 1 digit changes, like 2136, so these are all 1 digit changes, and now I need to just loop through them, and so 21 got me 3 4 and 9, 3 4 and 9. Huh. What does that say about the number? 336 is the best out of these. So I think when there are no 2 digit numbers found, then we need to convert the first, like 0th and the first location, and just and instead of this, we need to display 2 2 Imagine if this goes wrong, I'm gonna just leave this and just. Guys, please don't do CP, it's depressing. If you can't think of a logic, it's depressing. So there came a 3 instead of a 2 that would have come here. So maybe I need to take into account that, and instead of just. But how do I predict that 2 will come at that spot? It's literally the n minus 1, right? So yeah, we can do that. So make a loop and I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and make it n minus 1, and so basically this should be I minus 1, or I, and this should be I plus 1, and if a plus b is greater than s of I minus 1 minus 0, and then this, and maybe break, and can actually do create. So we have taken the ith and the I plus 1th location. So from our previous knowledge, we had done similar to this. So if we had taken I minus 1th location, then we had to give it ith location maybe, and just paste this here, and we had taken I also, so we had added this, and For the end string, we just added I plus 1, but in this case, we'll add I plus 2, I guess. Hmm. 0 to I, of course. I need some better test cases for sure. Hmm. Still wrong. This is wrong. Hmm. How does this produce the same result? Like, how the F, and this was producing wrong results, even though, oh wait a second. So we took I minus 1 and we took I. So we should go until I minus 2, right? But this is giving us a wrong answer, right? So we should not go till I minus 2 maybe. Then what's the point? Like, starting from 0, we are going up till I minus 1. We are adding up till I minus 1 basically. Hmm. I don't get this part. Why is I minus 1 working? So 0, 1, 2. Let's say if 3 comes in this. 3 should come, right? So 1 and 2 step. So if 3 comes, so 3 does not come, 0, 1, 2, so 3 does not come. So that's why this works. So if you want I minus 1 to come, we should give I. That is what I was doing. A, B, C, D, E, F, U, A, B, C, D, E, F, U, this should be S of I. Shouldn't it be? It's like producing the same output for every different code. So what I'm thinking is basically, so if we take the example of this, and let's say if we had a 2-digit change, that is like these are changing, right? So this was 219, right? If we change it to 336, wait, how did we? Okay, 2136 was the number, and if we change it to 2136, basically changing this 3, and that means the 2 would have come at this position if you would have changed 1 and 3 to be something. So if this is getting greater, then we should just replace it with that, right? And I'm weird that why did it not go out of bounds when I did S of I minus 1. So if this does not work, I'm going. And about the 2-digit one, I think that also requires some changes because of this newfound thing. I think I and then I just submit it. Okay, so it's not available.